Alright, so game one of Queensland Masters and versing Wes. How you going, Wes?
Good mate, how are you?
Always good. Take us through your list, man.
So we've got Grey Knights. We've got a unit of strikes with Kodiaz and a auto Malleus Inquisitor. We've got another 10 strikes. We've got 2 Razorbacks with Acolytes in them. We've got 2 Side Dreads. Haven't put the guns on one. And we've got in reserve.
I'll come around.
2 Storm Ravens with Hurricane Bolters and Cybolt, and 6 Acolytes in each with 3 Melter Guns.
Excellent.
For a bit of Monsters Creature hunting.
And my list, you probably would have seen it from the beginning of the report. There's my deployment. So a little tricky thing here. I got the limited redeployment strategic warlord trait. So I deployed on the line, saw where Wes deployed, and then deployed a couple inches back with both my Hive Tyrants to get out of the 30-inch range of his guns, which I managed to do, but just in case he sees, which he did. So we're about to have turn 1, and Wes just sees the initiative. Alright, so versing Grey Knights, and pretty interesting deployment, and the map itself. I have played Grey Knights, and I've played them a list similar to Wes here. It was in the first Titans War against Dave Fleming, and he had the interceptors and the big monstrous creature thingamajig. So this switched it out for the Storm Ravens, the 2 Storm Ravens, and a lot more, like the small acolytes who, as I found out throughout the game, have leadership 8 and I think it's 5+ armor save or something weird like that. Anyway, so I kind of knew how to beat it, because it is a really strong army in general, but it's also a really strong army against my particular army, which is drop Nids. 2 squads of Strike Knights casting Warpquake. You've got the 2 Dreadnoughts that make it hard to do any debuffs with psychic powers, and you've got Courtiers, which both allow seize the initiative as well as allow the the dropping in and killing things. Anyway, you can see here in terms of deployment, Wes has gone really defensive. I got the first turn and I deployed really aggressively, and I actually used my warlord trait, which was to redeploy 1 unit 3d6 or 3 units d6 inches. So I actually used it to jump back just in case he sees the initiative, so he wouldn't be able to alpha strike anything. Now, as it turned out, he seized the initiative, and it turned out well. His alpha strike, if you want to say it, only caused, I think, 2 wounds on my Turvagon down the bottom, and allowed me to position my Hive Tyrants right in the center. Everything's so Courtiers, his Librarian, not Librarian, the other Inquisitor, as well as both units are now within Shadows of the Warp, and he can't cast any spells. Well, I think he got 1 off, which was like 4+ and vulnerable. So that worked really, really well. Now, I made a small mistake in this turn here. So Wes was just positioning, doing some shots and things like that. In my turn, I spawned and tried to charge, didn't work off. And coming up, I forget that you can't charge something that you can't hurt. So I was trying to charge the Dreadnoughts, and then I realized I couldn't, and then instead of doing something with it, I just left them there. That was a mistake. However, Wes gets really, not necessarily really lucky, but I get really unlucky. So I had 4 grounding tests this entire game, and I failed all 4 on the first go, which is really, really unlucky. So he grounded both my guys, caused a wound on my Warlord, killed my other guy, which was Hive Commander and the +1 reserves. Because of that, I don't get all my reserves on the same turn. Now, again, as I said, this is how I've found to beat Grey Knights. Really aggressive with the Hive Tyrants. Turn, 1 or 2. No, turn 2. Sorry, yeah. No, turn 1. So if they're going first, it's their turn 2. You want Shadows of Warp, get Warpquake not cast. Then on turn 2, Morlocks, pop them into the Courtiers squad and kill as many as you can, so that the Courtiers doing the "we'll be expecting you" doesn't hurt as much. If you kill enough, it's perfect. He doesn't do that much damage, and then you can just clean it up. And that has worked for me before. However, this game, both my Warlocks, as you can see, scattered completely off. I think I killed one guy. That's not good. Then Courtiers, with you, we've been expecting you, cause 5 wounds on one, and I think 3 wounds on the other one. Then the next turn kills my Warlord, and yeah, downhill from here. For me, I was just trying to draw on some secondary or tertiary objective. I knew I'd lost the primary. I believe it was, I don't know, it was objectives, that's right, yeah, but there was no way I was going to keep the first one, because I have lost all my Synapse, and because I lost my 2+ reserve guy, my last Turvagon, which was outflanking, doesn't come on until turn 4, which is an automatic come on. So right now I'm just going, right, okay, I'm going for the tertiary, I think, which was the no units in my deployment zone. And I nearly get it. But whereas he drops off a unit of Acolytes, and they're like invulnerable or something, because I charge it with a Turvagon, I shoot at it, at the small unit, 6-man unit, and it's just down here on the bottom of the screen. Yeah, I think I killed one guy. They passed their lead, or 2 guys. They passed their leadership, and it ended.